Continuing our commitment to keep you informed during Decision 2024, we are inviting every candidate for federal office into the 12 News studios. And today our focus turns to Congressional District 9. Interesting district. You can see how it's drawn there. Big chunk of the West Valley, including parts of Glendale, Litchfield Park, Goodyear, but nearly all of western Arizona, far western, including Wickenburg and Kingman. It is a huge district. So we've invited the Republican incumbent, Paul Gosar, for an interview. We hope to have that for you soon. But today, we are joined by the Democratic challenger, Quacy Smith. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Good to be here.
So you've got an interesting background. You were in the Marine Corps. You've also been a pastor, and you're an attorney. Why do you want to go to Washington?
I think this time of year one is very special to the voters because of obviously the election, and they need someone that can go there that can help heal the nation, somebody that can work across the aisle and get things done, that's not really interested in furthering things for themselves, but really see the needs of the people. And the problems that we have, they're emanating from Washington. I firmly believe that. There's no crisis at the border. There's a crisis in Washington, D.C.
Well, let me stop you right now. Let's talk about the border since you brought it up.
Sure.
What would you do at the border down there? Are you a pro-wall or anti-wall at this point?
I wouldn't limit it to just wall.
Okay.
I'm a pro-secure the border. Whatever that takes, secure the border.
What are your ideas? What do you think?
I think we need, obviously, more Border Patrol agents. In a nutshell, we need that bill that should have passed that was blocked earlier. I don't think that border needs to be secured by executive action. I think it needs to be secured by the actions of Congress. That's Congress's job to pass legislation. So we need to get out of our corners, come to the table and discuss it. That includes securing the border, making a pathway for citizenship for those that belong here. The ones that don't belong here, you know, that are actually bad actors, they do need to be sent back to wherever they came from. But that requires us initially to secure the border. We need more judges, Border Patrol agents.
The amnesty system right now seems to be broken, doesn't it?
It's very broken.
Okay, so how would you fix that?
You have people that have been in that system for 16, 18 years. I know them personally as an attorney, and that's inexcusable for someone to wait that long to be processed into the United States. But again, it's a lack of attention being paid to it, and I don't think that our current politicians are resolving it because it's political profit for them. It's beneficial to them around the election, but for 4 years, you won't hear anything else about it meaningful, and that's been for years.
Oh, I mean, I've been here 30 years. They've been talking about comprehensive border reform that whole time, and I've never really seen anything. So it's almost like it's a third rail. All right, let's move on to the economy.
Sure.
A lot of people right now are having trouble paying their rent. You know, gas prices, thankfully, are down again, but grocery prices are up. The economy, affordability of living.
Absolutely. That has to be on the forefront of any elected official's mind, and certainly the candidate that's running. Things are high. We feel it every day, regardless of whether you're in the middle class or even upper class folks. Prices are high, and we need to look toward our policies internally to stop price gouging, to stop excessive fees. We have to deal with inflation head on. I think things are getting better, but I think there are things that can be put in place.
What about housing? Can I ask you about housing? Because that seems to be very difficult, especially for our younger people coming up.
Sure. Folks can't afford to purchase homes nowadays. Folks that are graduating college, they have jobs making $50,000, $60,000 a year. They can't afford homes, even in our state, in our city, with the growth. And so we have to cap rental costs and keep these companies from buying up big batches of homes and inflating the rent, because it's putting pressure on the mortgage industry as well. And then we'd have to cap the interest rate for folks, young folks that are first-time home buyers. I particularly agree with Vice President's notion. Let's give these folks some incentive and some down payment assistance so folks that are contributors, taxpayers, young families can afford to buy a home, because that is the beginning of generating wealth and establishing.
Creating wealth with your home. Now, you're up against it. A lot of the West Valley, a lot of western part of the state, pretty red. You say you're feeling pretty confident, though. Paul Gosar has been in politics a long time.
Sure. And I think the list of things that people could object to Paul Gosar being sent back to Washington are replete. But what the nation needs now, the West Side and the country in general, is moderates. I'm an unashamed moderate Democrat. I don't have a problem saying that. I'm in the middle of the road guy. I think we move the country forward from the middle out, not from the extremes in. We can't take extreme positions and try to find middle ground. We have to find middle ground. There are things that 90% of Americans agree to, and that's where I am. Let's get it done. That's not a Republican issue, a Democrat, or independent issue. These are American issues. The inflation affects everybody, regardless of your party. The immigration affects everybody, regardless of your party. And so it is red out there, but what we're seeing on the ground is people want something different. They're ready for change, and I think I bring that fresh wave. I've been on both sides of the tracks. I was raised on welfare and food stamps. Now I'm a lawyer, own a law office downtown. I know what it's like to be on both sides, and I think I can provide an experience for the voters out in that area and do something for them. And so I'm the difference. I'm a better choice this election.
Quacy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Troy. Thank
Good luck
you
to you
for all
going forward.